In today's video, we're going to talk about the aim of saving. This is informed by the ongoing 52-week saving challenge. If you have not joined, ensure you join us. We are progressing on well. We are in week 5. Hello good people, hope you're doing well. My name is Jessie, and on this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel and charity. If this is your kind of content, kindly consider subscribing. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. On to today's video. We are going to look at why we are doing the 52 weeks saving challenge and any saving that you're doing, whether a challenge or your normal saving. Number 1, the rule is you should at least save 10% of your income. The first question we have is, are you saving? Are you saving 10%? Take stock of the percentage you're saving and leave a comment down below. 10% is the rule, but if you're not able to save 10%, at least you should be making a saving. Sometimes life is hard, times are hard, and that means you need to make a sacrifice. So you may not save 10%, but at least make a saving. If you're part of the 52-week saving challenge, no matter how little you're saving, leave a comment down below. If you have joined any other saving challenge and it is working for you, same thing, leave a comment down below. So the next part, what are we saving for? Number 1, the first priority of your saving should be emergency. Emergency does not necessarily mean sickness. It means any other emergency that can come up at any time when you don't have money. For instance, of course, an illness is number 1. Number 2, maybe your car can stall. Number 3, maybe you can even run out of cash in the course of the month. You can run out of gas. You can run out of groceries. Anything can happen. You can get visitors and maybe you exceed your monthly budget. You can be in a situation of job loss. It means that emergency fund will sit in for you as you get another job. You can be in a situation of a reduced income. For those people who really suffered during the COVID times, they know what this really means, because some people were paid 75%, 50%, some lost the full income. Imagine if you had some emergency fund that can hold you for the few months that maybe you are not working, or the few months you are getting half your salary. The rule of the saving for emergency is at least 6 months worth of your living. So if your budget per month is 50,000, you need to have 300,000 saved to ensure in case anything happens to your main source of income, you can survive for the next 6 months. Give this video a thumbs up if you have at least 3 months. 3 months means your budget is 50,000, you have at least 150. That is a starting point, because that shows you're heading towards the main goal of getting to 300. So in today's video, we're going to generally talk about the aim of saving. We will not focus on the challenges, but we will highlight a few aspects of the challenges, because this is part of an ongoing series of the 52 weeks saving challenge. And remember, the challenge is going throughout the year, so we have a whole 52 weeks to go, and we are now in week 5, so we have 47 more weeks to go. Yeah, so this series will continue throughout the year. So the first purpose is, when you join a saving challenge, you will be saving for a purpose creatively. And sometimes it's exciting and challenging at the same time, because you are under pressure to ensure that you achieve that you have set for yourself. Yeah. And you have people keeping tabs with you. Imagine if you just save and you don't have a goal. It means you're actually saving for nothing. Like we said in our previous videos, you cannot save without a purpose. So the first thing is you need to identify your purpose and then now take the challenge. If it is not the challenge, you can identify the purpose and start your saving. The first purpose should be your emergency fund. Once you have satisfied your emergency fund, now we go to the next thing. The second purpose will now not be saving for use or for in general needs, will now be saving for investment. Maybe you're saving towards your long-term goals, but at least you're saving. The second thing is you're either saving up or changing a financial habit. I will give an example. People always say, I want to stop this thing, I want to stop the other thing every time, and they end up not stopping. This is one of the ways you can stop that habit that you don't like. For instance, if you drink too much alcohol and you want to reduce, this is one way of reducing the consumption. You can say, if I have been using 5,000 per week, I can cut it by half and save the 2,500 and drink the 2,500. Or if you want to completely stop, you can now save the whole amount. So it's actually a very good thing. If maybe you have the habit of smoking and you want to quit, you can start putting aside that money for buying the cigarette and you create that habit. You will have achieved two things that are go. One, you will have a saving fund, and the second thing is you will have stopped that habit that is consuming your finances. Give this video a thumbs up if you have started a saving challenge to quit a bad financial habit. The third thing is you need to set yourself small goals. Imagine you have never saved before, you're just starting up. So the first key thing is to start creating that culture. So you start saving for one item as you continue. For instance, personally, the aim of the 52-week saving challenge is to get broke January out of my way, because I've realized every year as you start January, there are so many expenses in December, you forget that January is coming and you're broke in January. So that is the whole purpose of why I am doing this challenge, just to ensure that I have safeguarded my January. For sure, this year the January was not bad, but this time I just want to create that fund for January. And this is what will happen. If January will turn out not to be bad for me, I will use the money for another purpose. Remember, I already have my goals set. So that is why I can comfortably say I will use it for another purpose. If you don't have your goals in place, then you will not know which other purpose. And when that money is ready for use, you will start figuring out what to do. So rule number one, set your goals. Now start achieving them gradually. Maybe in this challenge that we are running, you can achieve your target way before time, and you know what will happen? You will be able to put that money aside and start on your next goal. So it's not in vain, or don't feel excited when you hit your target early. You feel like, oh, I have a lot of money. Unless you don't have any other goal to achieve, I mean, you can't have extra money until you have reached your financial freedom, whereby you don't need to save to buy or to do those big items that you have been aspiring to do. The number 4 is that it helps you buy big budget items. Imagine that thing that you have been desiring and you have not managed to buy because either it is beyond what you can buy at the moment, or it's something you cannot buy on debt. Remember, there are some things you cannot buy on debt. I mean, if something is not bringing you money, I don't see the purpose of you getting it on credit. Yeah. The next thing, number 5, is it helps you limit debt. Like I have said in just the immediate point, some of the things that you want to acquire in life, you cannot take credit. You cannot buy them on credit, basically. Imagine furnishing your house with new luxurious seats on credit. Does that even make sense? Yes, you will pay, but that does not make sense. But if that makes you happy, honestly, I will not judge you for buying luxurious things on credit. At the end of the day, you're the one who is paying for the credit. The next thing is it helps you in starting to save for your retirement. As much as we may feel like retirement is so many years to come, it will still come. And the best way to deal with it is ensuring you're ready for it. If today someone was to ask you if retirement was today, would you retire? The moment you cannot answer that question as to when you will be ready for retirement, then it means you still have a long way to go. Remember, you don't have to wait to get to the retirement age to feel like it's time to retire and take a break. You can decide even to retire early. For what I have seen, the people who retire at their retirement age, they don't live a productive life later, because you're used to a routine life and then now your routine is tampered with. Comment down below with what you think about people retiring at the age you're supposed to retire. The other thing is retirement does not always mean for people who are employed. It also means for the people who are self-employed. Remember, at some point the body will say, no, I am tired. By that time, will you be ready? Let's look at retirement from a personal view, whereby as an employed person, you're looking at it from the perspective of what happens after retirement. If you're self-employed, what happens when you cannot work? So this takes us to the part that we're supposed to create passive income such that you will be able to make money even when you don't have a physical job. To some extent, saving gives you a peace of mind. I'll give you an example. Last week, I ran out of gas and I had a struggle cooking with the electric plate. Well, it calls for a lot of patience. I salute people who cook with the electric plate throughout, because you have to be really patient. Actually, I feel like it's a good thing because it gradually cooks your food. So it's not like it's a bad thing, but patience in a bucket, you need it. Yeah, so gas is 3,000. So if I didn't have an emergency fund and I didn't have extra in my monthly income, then I would have felt a strain buying just a gas. Imagine. So the whole essence of this saving challenge is to create a habit, to create a culture of saving and ensuring you're keeping up with it, and you don't stress yourself over small things. You will find someone stressed over 3,000 and they have capacity to save. So let's keep saving. Yeah, so we are continuing with the 52-week saving challenge, and we continue to answer your questions both here, TikTok and Instagram, and we are happy that we are making progress. So let's keep going, let's keep saving, and keep leaving your comments, your queries, because they are the guide to the next video to prepare. I don't want to give you what you do, what will not add value to what we are doing. So let's have topics, questions relating to the ongoing challenge. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.